again.
I mean, aren't we? What was Canada's first name?
What is Canada's first name?
Because I think
Something
it
like
was
it.
Hold on.
Canadian.
People at home, do your Googles. If you have your phones in your hand.
Canadien.
I think that's
No,
what
that sounds.
I don't know.
the French influence.
Wait,
Because we forget that we were French
Yo,
influenced.
do they still teach kids about Pangea?
C'est quoi?
Y'all know about the Pangea about the worlds when they're all formed together and they just broke apart?
Oh,
Pangea?
Pangea. Is
I
that-
was
is
like, I thought it was a bread. To be very honest.
You're thinking
Pangea.
Panera bread. You're thinking Panera bread.
When you said that, I was like, what?
Panera bread.
Do they teach you about bread? Like, why are we?
Panera
Home
bread.
ec is done.
You're
We
thinking
don't do that no
Panera
more.
bread, yeah.
We really don't do that anymore.
Like,
You're doing Pangea. Remember?
There's actually no home ec anymore.
that's why when he said it, I really looked at him like, oven where? Like,
and
what?
Shout out, Miss, what's her name, Mahani, teaching me in home ec how to make a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, yo. They used to teach
Now,
you.
the question you asked a good question. So Canada was originally 17th and 18th century. Okay, it was known as New France,
See, the French. That's what I said.
or actually Nouvelle France.
Yeah.
in original French.
Français.
En français.
Jeez.
Je m'appelle. Okay.
Je m'appelle
But then-
Hunterville.
but then
hey,
the,
tu.
But then the other people, oi, no, that's oi.
sounds,
no, that's more,
Australian.
That's awesome.
that's more Australian.
Oi.
bruv. Until Great Britain.
English.
Yeah, so Great Britain conquered it from France.
Yes.
During the conflict known as the 7 Years of War in Europe,
Yes. Yes.
and the French and Indian War in North America. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Tell les Français. Tell les Français. Remember Tell les Français, bro?
Tell les Français.
That's why I
Pineapples.
said
The pineapples.
Canadien.
Ananas.
that.
Pineapple.
Ananas. Yes. Ananas. I never watched it, but I heard about it.
Tell les Français.
You I need to reset my. I need
Only
to restart my
one
mind. I don't know.
side of like
Telefrance.
Toronto or like Ontario.
Yo, something that I wish I knew French
GTA
immersion, bro, when I was a kid. Cause man, I used to struggle, bro. Cause you never had cable, dog, and you're watching French, and the French had the best shows. They had Tintin in French, Arthur in French,
French.
and I only had like 5 channels, and the French channel was always the cleanest. And I'm just like, dog.
It was always the cleanest.
No, it was
like
always the cleanest. And
no
you're just
stat-
there like,
no
no
static.
static. And then you're like, you can't, you
Nothing,
don't
like-
understand. I know the episode, but I don't know what they're saying, so I'm just. Yo, Tintin sounds mad crazy. Ferme la bouche. They're like, jeez, and you're just there like,
Oh, he's getting cussed out.
you're just
I
cussed
think-
out. That's how Tintin sounds in real life. You're just there like,
That's so funny.
but.
I know how you did that.
Yo, bro.
You're like, yo, what the
Shout out Zerzer, the Haitians out in Montreal. Shout out you guys.
Zer.
Yo, big
What
up
did it say?
yourself.
But Zogod.
Gods.
Zo-
Can't wait. One day I will be there doing some compa, yo.
Some
You gonna do some compa?
Was it Safa Passé? Safa Passé.
C'est agent.
C'est-
And all them word there.
That is it.
Yeah, yo. The compa, yo. This is a straight 2-stepping. But anyway, you know, one thing that won't be 2-stepping? LCBO, because of them strikes. Apparently they're going to have a strike in July 5th. So I don't know if that means that they're stopping the alcohol service. What is it, the wage?
Well, yeah, I mean, look, and it is the
Yeah.
wage.
So,
I mean, isn't it always the wage?
basically.
At the end of the day, it's all
So-
about the money.
But I guess, you know,
I mean, what are they getting paid these days?
I don't know.
Nothing.
$23 an hour?
I think wages will be cut because of like, not cut, but like, I don't think you're gonna get a raise if it's like exclusive. It's not exclusive anymore. If all these convenience stores can sell liquor,
See, and that's where
it's
the
not
issue's coming in.
exclusive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're telling me I can go to President's Choice, I mean Fortino's or some other place and buy my Ray and nephew,
That would be crazy.
and imagine what that price would be.
Okay.
They're probably undercut
All right. You want to hear the actual average? These are just averages.
for the lick bowl.
Yes. So it says
Yo.
the average LCBO salary ranges from approximately 48,000. So we can bump it up to 49,000 because 48,800 per year for human resources assistants, to 107,775 per year for a manager.
Oh wow. Okay.
Wow.
So average LCBO hourly pay ranges from approximately 17.04 per hour for warehouse workers to 41.5 per hour for system analysis.
But what is
Wow.
what is like
The
the
front.
front? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
The
probably just
cashier.
minimum wage then.
No.
What is the minimum wage?
They're
now?
a little higher.
It's like 16.50.
Okay, so it's probably 17, 18.
It's real bit
No.
higher. And what is it? Sundays they get time off.
What is that,
Time
time
and
and
a
a
half?
half?
Time and a half. Well, that makes sense.
People fight for them. People be like, "Nah, I'm working Sunday." Nah.
No, but like at the same time, people
Oh.
be drinking on Sunday
Take
too.
it back. So the cashiers are getting 13 to 17 per hour.
Oh. Ooh.
What is our minimum wage again? Isn't it 16?
16.
But I think for certain things, like bartenders, they get a cheaper rate.
Say
Isn't that how it is? Like, because you guys get tips, you're not gonna get minimum wage. You can't get. It's like a different wage, right?
I don't think
the industry used to be like that.
Oh, it's
I
not
think
anymore.
they changed it. But yeah, you would get less because you're under a different structure of labor laws
Lord,
because you're gratuities.
I'll just say this.
that sucks.
The one thing I remember about LCBO during COVID, those never closed down.
Those
They never
lineups,
closed down.
Those lineups, yo, around the block, like
People couldn't buy draws, but they can buy liquor.
that. People can buy draws.
People couldn't buy socks. People couldn't buy. They taped up an area. I need to buy a bag. I couldn't buy the bag. Only essential things. The bag is essential, brother.
I remember, yeah, like you couldn't.
I wonder if it's because that's property of the government. That's the reason why it was open.
Because it's drugs. I think it's because it's drugs.
Because,
Maybe I think that's one of their main like legal supplier that they like. We need to make this work going.
That is wild. That statement alone is wild.
Remember, if you get people addictive, you always have money coming in.
Not they are the legal suppliers of narcotics.
I mean,
What is alcohol? Isn't it spirits?
but just another name for it, yeah. And it used to be what, the Prohibition era.
Yes, there was a history.
Yeah, and then they
there
locked
is
it
a
off.
history here.
There
yes,
was
about
some
it.
gang thing, people making their own liquor. They said, "Nah, stop that. We're running the thing now."
That's and that was history by the man. Brought to you by
Put that history. What is it? The history minute.
oh the
I
head.
mean, wait, oh, this is 22 minutes. Yeah.
But yeah, yo,
That's
like,
what happened though.
yeah, that's basically what happened.
And they're like, oh, we'll just tax you this time.
But I mean,
Lickbo and the beer store.
okay,
is this before
for the-
it used to be rationed out or not? Like,
Not
because once upon a time, liquor was rationed out.
like
it was very
depends how
much
far back
controlled.
you're going though.
Yeah. Now they're just like everybody can serve.
Have
but
access.
You gotta pay tax as long as you give us a cut. Like it's the most gangster thing. Imagine you wanna make your own liquor. Yeah, just give us a cut and you make a liquor. Or then you gotta go to the plug, which is the distillery,
Which is yes.
and then whip up whatever you need to whip up in there.
Carefully- carefully.
And they want their cut.
Right, yeah.
So you paint it twice.
You know what I mean? And low key, if you know, you whip it up real well, they'll figure out how you do it and make their own type of cut. They'll make their own. Just change the name
That happens a lot.
because you didn't patent it. How could you patent liquor?
So far in my life, I've never tried moonshine.
Oh, I tried moonshine, and that is not a
Moonshine is more like the act. It's not necessarily the product.
It's more
product.
the act.
Yes.
I
Not
tried
the
it.
product.
Yeah, it's how it's been done.
Yeah, because you could make it at home.
Yeah.
I tried I think it was like Indian moonshine one time, and like
It's the way that it's
one
filtered.
I swear one eye was like closed.
what? One eye was just
my head
closed?
was hot in me, like, it's like no, yo, one eye was burning me, like, and it was sensitive to any type of light, any type of, and I wasn't drunk. I didn't feel
Oh,
it.
the wall. Okay, that's
It was just very like dull, and I don't drink, so like, I was just being respectful.
rare. It's just like
They
yeah.
said a cup, drink with the father, and you know what I mean. And I should have known. That's the certain things you just gotta refuse. Like
No, because it comes in with a clear. They do it in a mason jar, clear, and you're just
it
like,
was clear.
Yeah, so
And it tastes
basically,
rough.
it's a high-proof liquor traditionally made or distributed illegally.
oh, no.
That's what it is.
I know.
Like bootlegging
Never
is a
mind.
part of it.
I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't want to because
You
I had.
sip it, you're
I
like,
know
oh,
there's some people I know that make their own like flavored moonshines and stuff, and it tastes nice. Watermelon, cotton candy, apple, grape, like different. Like it's. I never tried it. I'm not a drinker.
A lot of people slipping.
What?
You taste it, and you're like, "Ooh, this is tasty. This is tasty." And you just woke up.
It's taste.
By the second one.
You're just on the floor.
I remember there's a TikTok right now where the guy says, "I want this," and it's right now. I feel like I said, "Huh?" He's like, "Oh, this is like electrolyte water, alkaline water, electrolyte water." I'm like, that is Ray nephew. That is used to clean muskets back in the day. Like that is like, not something you drink.
Just so.
No, you know, you see people take a cap full of Ray nephew and just swig it for like cold and flus. Like
for.
But yeah, LCBO. I don't think that's a great time to. There's all these parties and
that's the perfect time.
And Juves. And
that's the
perfect time to get your point across.
Oh, strategy wise. And next week.
Like, Toronto already needs, like, the city to be bumping. And how can we bump it without alcohol?
And what, Canada Day is what, next week?
Yep.
You guys, so you're telling, are you telling me that you guys can't have fun without liquor?
Oh, I'm not saying can't have fun without liquor. But just saying, that's majority of where a lot of people get their money.
So are you telling me the liquor is a getaway?
Whichever way you're saying it. It's just the part that makes the economics in this country.
So it's a way to make money.
It is a way to make money.
Liquor. The spirits.
Yeah.
Dark liquor.
That's hilarious.
White liquor.
But either which way, that's what it is. Do you know how much of a
I feel like a lot of people make money just off the liquor alone.
But yeah, because that's like the biggest hold you're gonna have on the city. Because LCBO, it's not the beer store, but does LCBO own the beer store?
I feel like they're both together. But beer is just beer. Beer store is just beer store.
Yeah, because if LCBO is responsible for the beer store, that means that the beer store might also
I feel like they're a conglomerate. They work together.
Right. And then if that's the case, a lot of times the beer store is the one who actually ships the high levels to different restaurants, venues, etc. They also do orders for LCBO too. You could do an LCBO run and do it in orders.
Yeah.
So if that's the case,
beer store and LCBO are together, that is the most gangster thing ever.
Then you've literally held
both.
Both
you got the people, gotta get a beer back,
right?
And then you get the I wanna.
But then on top of it, the distribution for different restaurants, food places, all this guy, all of them.
So get me a Corona.
So they're privately owned.
Okay.
And they basically anything beer related, they run it.
LCBO.
No, the beer store. They run it. Like
so then they're not affected.
So imagine the owner of the beer store. He is probably laughing.
Oh, he might be happy.
Laughing.
Really?
Or they may be happy.
I saw people get money bringing their bottles back and everything.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
I remember that was a thing back in the day on Eglinton or on Oakwood. Back in the day, I remember that was just a natural trip before I go down the street, get some Randy's patties and walk back. And by the time I walk back, the beer, my parents like beer bottles would be like deposited. I just remember hearing the sound. That's like ASMR, like cling, 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 cling. It's just.
I think. So for those like
you know when you grab all and you just all in the whole 2-4, the 2-4 all is just cling cling. Like it's just one heavy like you know what I mean.
For those in the city, if you remember on Oakwood, I think that beer store is closed.
Right beside the firefighter.
Right beside the fire.
Is it closed?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't. They said they were planning on closing, but I think it's still there.
No, they can't close that. Yo, and for some reason that place is eerily quiet.
Yeah. That
and it has that bell, the bell right there.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's just eerily quiet,
because
even though it's like a beer store. That's why the beer buckets sound loud when you're just clinging them in.
Because the space there is quiet.
Y'all don't find it weird?
No.
Anyway, whatever.
It's by residence, and then there's a fireplace, and then there's like the beer store.
Look at this.
Nothing's really.
It's funny. It's
there.
right beside like a firefighter.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? They probably getting lit in there. Yo, can you imagine?
Yo.
How can you imagine you're drunk at the job, and then you have to put on your fireman suit?
First of all, please don't come to my house.
That would not happen because that's a DUI.
No, but like you're the ones in the back. You're not even driving.
That's
Even worse.
not how that works.
and then
the ones in the back just.
Right? Like, passed out whilst the fire is going on. Like, imagine.
you're driving though.
Imagine. The firefighter just sitting there while the fire is ablaze.
Holy.
What?
But hey, there's some functioning alcoholics, right? So
I
they're long enough.
I guess. I mean,
There's functioning alcoholics. There's functioning. Some people could take the drive test drunk.
Sure.
Can you imagine? Anyway,
I mean, there's functioning crackheads, you know, and people do
a lot of people
cocaine and
people are just functioning with stuff every day. Mental illness.
that's what I
Just people just
I
be
mean,
functioning. People just trying to survive, bro. Such is life.
Where is the song when you need one?
I know. I was thinking of a song for like survival.
Like, someone needs to make a song for this.
Wait. Oh,
I swear,
So this
Elton
could be
John.
like-
I'm still standing. I swear that was like really right after his like rehab.
I'm still standing by.
I'm still standing. You can never know what it's like. You know, he was. I feel like he was on cocaine then, but I don't know.
Wait. Just a little sidebar. What's going on, with Justin Timberlake? How they catch him with?
Oh, that.
How they catch him on
Wow.
DUI?
Yo,
and this thing.
I seen a
and this
meme.
thing.
I seen a meme.
Yo, they caught him on like 5.
Yo,
5.
I think
different stuff.
no, but I think that was a lie. I think it was a lie. I think they were capping.
Five.
They were capping. But I seen a meme.
DUI
where-
for sure, DUI
I
for
seen
sure.
a meme when they said, "Yo," when they told Justin Timberlake to walk a straight line, and it was just a white man. I don't want to lose now. The half of me. Remember the video at the mirror? Me, we just pop like.
Oh, he probably.
There you go. There you go. Yo, but hey, he had a banger still. Can you imagine?
A few bangers.
Can you please step out the vehicle, sir? Don't be so quick to walk away. But that's a banger too.
He has a lot.
But yeah, I
he
think.
has
But
a
did you
good
hear what the
catalog.
cop that pulled him over?
What happened?
So basically,
I want to see the video of that.
Gen Z cop. He's like, no, you can't do this. Like, I'm on a tour. Like, I'm Justin Timberlake. He's like, you're who? Like,
Oh,
he
see,
did no. Like, he's like, tour for what? Like, he's like,
yeah, tour for.
he didn't know who Justin Timberlake
That's
was.
crazy.
Tour for.
He didn't know who Justin Timberlake was.
That's
Man.
crazy.
And the thing is, he might. They might like sit that guy down too for doing that. Like, oh, you
I swear he's already back on tour talking about it.
You should let him go. You should.
He's really.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
what
why was he driving then?
That's a, sometimes
Why
I,
wasn't your
Yo,
Why wasn't your driver
you know what?
driving? Like,
You know what?
that's the part. You got too much money for you to sit in it.
I don't want to talk about
To have
drinking.
it.
Yeah,
You made that
you're at a good
point.
point.
Like-
You're right. You know what? You're right.
That's a
Like,
good
why are
point.
you driving?
You have enough to hire a driver.
Yeah.
You want to drive.
And you want to drive under the influence? You couldn't call Bob?
Okay, maybe not mom, but like someone to drive your Maybach or something. I don't know.
You know what's interesting?
You could slumped out. Just,
The valet? Yeah, like, I did.
Ever since I
Justin,
watched.
we're here, and you're just like,
Speaking of this,
Yeah. You could have continued drinking in the car.
you know what I thought about
you know, someone.
when I watched the Kendrick. Yo, that is funny. That wake up is a real wake up. Yo, whole slobber crust right there. That was the good sleeps. That was the good sleeps. You know what I thought about? Because like
Anyways,
Kendrick, like, you know, before we go into Kendrick thing, like performers, and then like performers that are on drug performers, like
Old Dirty Bastard.
like no, sure, but like
He
you know what I thought about? Like I thought about Chris Brown, right? Like I know he's super performative.
And happened to be in Toronto as well as we speak.
I wonder, like, I know he's very talented, but sometimes I wonder, man, this guy be doing stuff that I'm like,
Well, honestly, honestly,
Like I feel like there's some booger sugar just.
We
Okay.
can't prove it.
Okay.
I can't prove
We
it.
can't prove
you're
it.
right. You're right. Yes, this is.
But I may be
all
wrong. I may
alleged,
be completely
but
wrong.
in saying that, being that I
At
went to the
least-
concert and watched him perform,
Mm-hmm.
I can sit here and say
He could perform.
he can perform. And to perform at the level that he did, if he is using some level of narcotics to help him boost it up,
Continue.
wow. That shit is amazing.
Is not how narcotics work.
I'm just saying,
can't-
if he already has the natural talent and he's already putting the discipline, the time, the effort, if he just need that one little piece to just give him a little bit of endurance,
Wow.
And what happens if he has a double dose if it's an encore?
listen,
Can you imagine you being a performer and you just, all right, guys, thank you. It's winding down. Encore. Ah,
Wow.
going right back out.
Wow.
That's kind of crazy when you think about it.
Wow.
But I wouldn't be
First
surprised
of
if
all,
that's the
that
thing.
dive to the table was a little because
But like that has, you know what I mean?
there was a meme where like a guy put something on the table, he just backed up and he just went and he slid across the table. Yo, I'm gonna see if I can find this for you guys.
But like,
I'm see if I can find that.
if it's like, I just don't like,
That guy.
because I'm seeing people perform and I'm like, man, ain't no way that person ain't out of breath. He just did a lap like 4 or 5 times.
trust me.
And you're singing the song word for word, voice
Yeah.
for word. I'm just like, that's impressive.
That's
That's a
endurance. That's
talent.
definitely like endurance. That's training. Like, he's clearly training for this.
Watch it. Yo, what's just
Training.
happening?
You know what? Because I thought to myself, like, man, that is tiring.
Because
I
it
got
is.
tired thinking about it.
It is.
Like, can you imagine
Watching
a
him,
rapper? A, B, C, D. Yo, crowd, sing the rest.
He is singing. He is
I got-
dancing full choreography.
I got tired. I'm like,
the
Yo,
floors
I
are
got tired
moving.
thinking about it.
That was
Like,
hilarious.
the floors are moving. The man is jumping and doing and still catching himself, getting
Yo,
into a split,
I
coming
seen
back
a
up,
video.
still singing.
Chris Brown was
like,
up in the air, suspended,
yeah,
singing.
Yeah. yes.
Up in the air, just.
Tricks and flips and everything.
He got stuck in New Jersey. Like, the New Jersey when he got stuck.
When he's on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
harness,
just-
yeah.
But it's like,
Never the right time to say you man. Like, anyway, I would be too scared.
like
Uh,
2 hours
Nah,
with
man.
probably like 10-minute intervals of like him off only because he's getting dressed. That's it.
Yo, kudos to them. Kudos to them, I'll say. To the real performers that be singing the song word for word, and doing the
me.
choreography.
And choreography.
And
Man.
yeah.
I seen Chris Brown do something where he was like dancing and he did like a flips, like he was on his side and he flipped back up, and I'm like, nigga, if a zombie was ever to do that type of sitting, I would be scared for my life. But shout out to performers, I would say.
Performers, yeah.
Speaking of performers,